All right, so the final goal up stage 3. Well, that wasn't going to happen while the car was in red, so I had to get the car serviced. Can't get speeds like that unless you've removed your turbo restrictors. Classic cheaters move. Show them even within the rules. We wipe the floor with them. Win without going off track. Alright, it's gonna be speed snap. Of course, my current top speed 333 without any upgrades. Alright. So 266 is the speed to beat. And apparently they warn sometimes if you constantly lose, the speed comes down, but they've been getting cleverer where they just leave the speed kind of hard set. Sometimes when you buy more upgrades, especially gold upgrades, the cost comes down, but not always. You know, it's one of those things, kind of depends. Let's see, like what kind of spot that I can go flat out for these speed snaps, since that's usually with these events. Speed snaps, if you know the starting point, to go flat out, you can get a kind of a, you can assess whether you need to pull back further or move up closer. You know what I mean? So we'll start, I don't know, where am I? Let's kind of have a look how this looks from different view. I guess you can look at the mini-map and see where I am, and see if I can go flat out from here. Oh, cut in too close. Alright, so that didn't count. Let's retry, and still 266 as you can see. Alright, so what if we start around this red, kind of orange-red pole? I think that might be too far away. Yeah, I don't trust the grip enough to start that far back. How about by this light pole? I don't know if I can make the turn sharp enough. Well, we got plenty of service left, so let's try it. This time maybe a little bit cleaner. So it was this pole after that little red flag. Let's see. Alright, so we can make the corner there. Let's see, 266, 256, so I'm good 10 kilometers per hour behind. So I would have to pull back a pretty good distance further back to gain that much speed. You know, add that much speed on top. Alright, well, give it another go, see what happens. I'll try pulling back a little bit further. Maybe I will start at this, not quite at the light pole, but how about this green mesh net fence thing on the right side, end of that. So we're starting a little bit further back. Hey! That's not gripping. okay, maybe we need to do it a little bit more incrementally. So fine, we did it at this light pole the first time, and we're okay. So we'll start a little bit further back. Okay. Too sharp. Alright. Try that again. Not able to cut across. I have to set the angle a little bit harder angle at the beginning. That's what that means. So don't understeer. I am currently understeering. That was oversteer. Cut across a little too early. Finding that balance. And it's tricky. They always put one of these goals. Yeah, just losing grip there. See, the first, I thought that was a pretty smooth one, but apparently no. Which means starting further back is going to be very tricky here. Alright, that's better. 256. Yeah, there's not really any change. 257, okay, I'll take that, but still, that's not enough, is it? And the top speed isn't budging at all. So you kind of have to go around this corner instead of cutting right across. So I'm starting a little bit further back this time, but that's like right on the border where it begins to lose grip. Almost. Well, I'm getting to a conclusion here that this is one of those tolls I like to call, where they just pretty much demand that you need to upgrade. 258, so that's a little bit better than the last one, so I can pull back a little bit further. And that is 4th place, but of course we know that's good for really nothing. Because first 3 are way ahead Like the others, the slow ones are way down to 217. But yeah, the first three, they seem pretty far away. All right. Gonna need either. I'm thinking this might be. You see, whenever they throw in this like speed snap or speed record, it's pretty suspicious. Because oftentimes I feel like these are like it's not doable unless you get certain grades. And this is looking like one of those. Because where am I gonna find 10 more kilometers per hour? I mean, I have managed to get faster speed, but I mean, I'm increasing like by 1 kilometer per hour, and I'm gonna need something more dramatic, like in double-digit increase, which is not looking likely here. So I may have to figure this puzzle out. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Alright. One more before the car needs service. Too hard? That's definitely understeered. Alright, well, if it's not gonna happen while it's in green, it's definitely not gonna happen while it's in red. So we'll have to do some experiments with upgrades possibly here, and report back to you in a bit. But in the meantime, take care. Alright, here we are once again returning to the last goal of stage 3, where the best or the top speed I was able to reach without any upgrade just wasn't cutting it, so had to get some upgrades, and since they're 12-hour wait time on these upgrades, figure went ahead and make myself useful, get some upgrades done, and also get some customization done while waiting. So I wouldn't necessarily say improvement on the original design, but at least it's different from the rest of the grid. So and that's important. So there's that. And yes, 7 upgrades first round of cash upgrades across the board. Now, I've tried with 5 upgrades first. Basically all the ones that are related to speed, right? So everything except suspension and brakes. And then that did not, the best speed I was able to get was like 262 and change, which was still not enough because I had to hit 266 plus. So I was still coming up short. So I figured, you know, what the heck, I'll just get suspension and brakes and see what happens, right? Of course, it does not change my top speed. I think the best I was able to get was 263, and that was without suspension and brakes installed. Well, it turns out, and the thing is, when you have when you fail a goal and you come back to it, in the olden days, the speed or the target that you have to hit will adjust. It'll come down, slower speed that you have to hit. But with 5 upgrades, nothing was happening. It was still gonna be 266 no matter how many times I failed. So I figure, okay, fine, you know what, I'm just trying this out. Went ahead and got suspension. I think with suspension it came down just a little bit, the top speed. And then another funny thing they have in Real Racing 3 with these events is there's some sort of a built-in mechanism to force you to spend your resources, either racing dollar or gold. And what it did was, once I got suspension, it triggered something where it brought the top speed that I have to beat down by just a little bit. Not enough that I was going to be able to beat it, right? I did it repetitively. It still was stuck at I want to say 265 and change. So, you know, it's not 266, but slower. So I figured, what if I get brakes? You know, it's got nothing to do with the top speed, but okay, fine. It's a cash upgrade, I'll get it. The painful part is the 12-hour upgrade, right? So I just kind of went ahead, did some experiments, and lo and behold, each time you fail, once you have the first round of cash upgrades, the top speed does decrease, like significantly. It comes down far enough that I was actually able to beat it. So I'll see if I can recreate that in this video. So here's the first round of cash upgrades, and then I believe, are the second round upgrades all gold? I think they are. 85, 80, 60, 70, another 70, 55, and 65. So second round of upgrades for this car is entirely gold. But so far, hanging on to this cash upgrades here. Now, another thing I noticed, if you quit right away, the speed does not change. So right now you see 264.7. It's already came down from 266. So in a way, you're not only buying your upgrades, but you're also buying the top speed down, if that makes sense. Now, if I just quit here, and okay, so top speed is 26471, right? If I do retry, doesn't do anything. Not gonna change 26475. Let's quit it, and we'll see exactly what it says. Yeah, 26471. That was the same one, right? So 264.7. Now, don't retry. Do tap on the continue to get out and then come back in, and I don't think it's gonna change this time. You have to do at least a little bit of a traveling in the car. Oh, or maybe it does come down. Okay, it's 264 just to even. Right, so I just realized my car's finish is very Suzuka color. This is something that I just noticed. It's let's say maybe I can call it the Suzuka inspired. Alright, that's cool. Once again, don't retry, continue. We're at 264 and change, like 05. And let's try it again. $263.7. Right, so as you can see, the target is coming down. So while we're at it, let's see how far we can bring it down, because eventually it will stop. So let's see how we're gonna get 263.3. All right, you know the drill. So remember, this the top speed is not going to come down unless you get the full 7 upgrades across the board, as it turns out. So you do have to shell out some racing dollars. Still no gold though, so that is something. So can't complain too much. Let's see, are we gonna hit 262? Okay, 263 even. That's still slower than the last one. So we're continuing the downward trend here with the top speed for the speed snap, and then maybe we get 262. Well, since I'm not wearing down the car's durability here, I'll go as far as I can. How far will it slow down? Let's find out. So kind of a 262.7. Alright, I know if I get a nice clean run, I know I can beat that speed, but for this little experiment, let's see if we can just keep on going. Alright, so 262.73 was it? 0.7 is the important part. And what do we got? 262.3. See what I mean? So we continue. I know. Maybe we get 26161 next one. Let's find out. It's gonna be 261.9. Alright, so now we're down to 261 territory, which is definitely, I mean, 261 range is fairly easy to beat in this car once you have first round of upgrades. At least I think. Just the starting point is basically the same spot. Looks like we may have hit the bottom here, because that's not changing, right? So here we are down to 26198, which is, as a matter of fact, know it's beatable speed. So, but let's see. So I don't know how many times I ended up quitting the race to do this. 261.9. Alright, so you guys know the starting point, right? Take it nice and easy. Right by this light pole here, the wooden light pole. Right about here. Nice. That went off track. Don't do that. Well, that's a good opportunity to check if I do some driving. Would it drive down the speed of the target? Let's find out. 261.9. Okay, I guess that's where it's gonna stay. Alright, fair enough. But I know it's a beatable speed. I've done it many times in my practice. So let's see if I can do it in this occasion. So this is by that light post. And if you can make it through that hairpin, I think you should be golden. There you go, easily beating. And that was a pretty conservative starting point too. I started a little bit further down into the corner than when I was doing with less upgrades. So there you go. That's how you beat this one, but you are gonna need 7 upgrades. So let's have a look. Right, so by that wooden light pole, hug the inside of the corner tight, so that way you don't go understeering and end up skidding out. So there are only 2 possibilities. Either you understeer and end up swinging wide and unable to bring yourself back on tarmac, or you oversteer in heading into the first hairpin there and end up going off track on the inside. So if you just kind of stay in between, I suppose, you will be golden. So there you go. You can slow these down far enough to reach the goal here, meet the requirement. So there we go. The last goal up stage 3 done. $10 gold for the reward. Incredible work out there. Accepted into the McLAREN 88 reunion tour. Well, good to know. That's how the story will continue, right? Entering from round 11, a reenactment of Belgian Grand Prix. So I guess we'll be at Spa tomorrow. So, alright. Well, so today was Christmas, so hope you guys all had a wonderful Christmas. Yeah, we'll continue tomorrow with stage 4. Until then, take care, guys.